The wind was beating in our face and the rain was piecing down. We had gas house gorilla lead point as we headed off into town. While Bill was this far right, I was only next in line. Hello Eagle was near mid-center with R.E. Poser not far behind, not far behind. We pulled along, hard left gas as our tanks were parched and dry. Many miles were under our belts as our Enfields rattled by. Enfield country near and far as the cars I could see. We had iron barrels and the mighty UCEs, riding the mighty UCEs. All there for all to see. 500cc of thumping power, kicking jumped about. Fuel injected glory plus that lone carb, his chub stood out. Side stands pulled and kickers out, and at last we were on the way. Several ghostly chariots pulled a tan down Hell's Way, down Hell's Way. Throttle pin to the stopper rate, it came up fast. The aim was running cool, and I hoped that they would last. Overpass just up ahead, and a huge big loop at that. We all split off our different ways, and that was the end of that. The end of that. Bullets flew in all directions as we headed off on home. Then now we're riding the canyons and the good times and alone. One day we'll meet again as a pack and ride as one. Several ghostly Enfields beating to the drum, beating to the drum, beating to the drum. Although the day was over, was all forgotten. Tonight we all gathered around our keyboards at the Classic Motorworks Community Forum. At the Classic Motorworks Community Forum.
Hi guys, today I'm going to do I'm going to fit a mini fly screen to the motorcycle, take it for a bit of a run and tell you my opinions on it. I've had these on the bikes before, so I know what they're like. So they, they're pretty good, so they perform well. So this particular one is made by the UK firm Hitchcock. So if you do want to go ahead and buy one, I'll give you the particulars now. So if you want to get onto one, you best go to Google, go to the website Hitchcock's Motorcycles UK, go to their homepage and then go to the accessories, then click on the forums chassis section, and then go to the section that says fairing, and then you'll go into a department there, or into the section there it says small fly screens, and you'll see this mini fly screen there, and it sells for 115 British pounds, which is roughly, if we do a conversion there, in the USA it works out at 160 US dollars, in Australia it's roughly 200 AU dollars, and that'll be plus postage. It's supposedly made in England. It's pretty well made. That Perspex shield on it's roughly about 4 inches high. I've had about 3 of them in total. Some of them are a little bit better made than others, but more importantly, they fit well. So you know, they're fairly simple to fit. So it's just a matter of I'll just go to the bike shortly and set it up on the bike, give you a rough idea how it sits on the bike, and we'll be able to go from there. So that's just particulars on where you can get it from. If you're in a country where you've got a 5.5 or 5 3/4, whatever it is, the headlight is, this is really only suitable for the 7-inch headlight. So if you've got the smaller headlight, you will have to upgrade and go to a 7-inch headlight before this will fit onto your or fit your bike. So that's one drawback, I suppose. So the best idea is you'll have to upgrade to a 7-inch, but if you've got the 7-inch headlight, this is a straight easy fit, and it's probably only 5 to 10 minutes to pull the old headlight out and the housing, sit this one in place, put this one back in, and you're raring to go. So keep that in mind. If you've got the 5.5, there is the option that you will have to go and buy yourself another headlight to upgrade to a 7 before you can even think about doing it. Now before we jump the gun and decide if we're going to buy one or not, I suppose I better answer a couple of questions. Do you think it's worth the money? Well, yeah, I really do think it's worth the money as far as things go, and you will find a couple of benefits. One, once it's fitted to the bike, you'll find that I actually think the bike cuts through the air a lot easier. So it slips the like it's got a good slipstream or something like that, cuts through the wind and that a lot better. So, and I would say the bike would be, I reckon it'd be a good 5 kilometres an hour faster with this on it. And you got a little bit better wind protection, which later on when I fit it to the bike and we take it for a run, you'll find out. You'll also hear a bit more thump from the motor, even with the sports exhaust on it, so the channels can always back up towards you. Like I said, you won't get as much wind on the chest. I think it's a lot better proposition too compared to the bigger windscreen, which clips onto the handlebars and sits in front of you, because those sort of ones, which I've found when I've been using the handlebar clip type ones, add more vibration to the handlebars as you're going along, and they've also known after they get a bit loose, they will twist and like throw more vibration onto the bars. So my choice would be I'd much rather ride with this mini job on the headlights around compared to the big bulky one sitting up front. So if you'd say would I recommend this one, I think I've had in total about 3 of these. In each case, when I've sold my bikes, the people who have come along have eventually wanted to take it along with the bike, and I've lost them and I've had to go and buy them again. So I think they're worth buying, and I think they're good to ride with. And like I said, they're a little bit quicker on the bike and they cut through the wind a lot better. So I would highly recommend these, and they look the part on the bike too. They look pretty sporty on it. So once I whip it on the bike, and we'll take a photo of it, and like I said, we'll go for a test run. This bike's almost through the break-in period now. It's looking good too with its sports exhaust on it. Done almost 850 kilometres. So it's only got 150 k's to go on that side of it. So here we are at the headlight housing. So all this has got to go. So really, to get it this far, release this screw, this part of the headlight housing will come loose, then just unplug the headlight. Then after that you'll undo this screw here either side, and this whole piece will come off. Then it's just a matter of add on the Hitchcock's Flyscreen, and then all good. There you are, I think it's looking better already. well, I wouldn't say it was a picnic to get it on, but it was a little bit more difficult than normal running the middle fly screen. Took a bit of pressure there to push it on, but it's on now. It's all nice and neat, solid, looks the part. Ready for a test later, as soon as it cools down a bit. All's good. We'll see how it performs later on this afternoon when the weather drops. Now, for some reason or another, I couldn't get the headlight closed when I had it set up on the bike the other way. It worked fine when I had the 2017 graphite, because that's why I fitted to this one, but for some reason on this bike I couldn't get it to work. So what I did was remove the setup and reassembled it this way and set her up. So it's all assembled this way, and now I should be able to just connect up the headlight wire, slide it back on, and just put the side screws into the housing, and with a bit of luck all should be good. But it's just strange, you can go from one bike to the other and one will fit okay, and the next bike you try something goes wrong, whether or not it was down here in the bottom section where it just wouldn't push over to it, but that's the way it goes. Okay, we're ready to ride. I was going to go straight ahead, but I think we'll go to the left. The old area I used to go once, used to have out here 40 years back, old property out this way where I used to go fox shooting. That was in the old days when foxes were worth a lot of money, not like now where they're worth nothing. This bike's now is done around about 850 k's. I've done 2 oil changes on it, or I've actually done one. The dealer's done one. I did one at 200 kilometres, got a bit of rubbish out of it. I was there when the dealer did the second oil change of 500 k's. So it came out pretty clean on the second oil change, which was alright. I'll probably do the next oil change at around, I think, 1500 kilometres now, I think. So I'll leave the oil in it all up now for 1000 k's. Pretty windy out here today. It's around about 35 degrees Celsius when I left, so it's pretty hot. Already you can notice this fly screen's knocked back the wind pushing in the face as you're going along, so it's pretty good. You can see the trees moving about when I'm going along, so the bike's not moving around much. Cruising now on 90 and it's running along very easy. You can see the trees blowing now. Put up the pace a bit. Very windy. Now we're sitting on an easy 100. And you can see the bike really doing it easy. Hardly any throttle at all, so that's how good it is with the Flyscreen. I actually think it's probably good for 5 mile an hour quicker, maybe 8k, something like that. They really are good. You can really feel just cutting through the wind, powering up through these. really nice. There you're sitting on an easy 100 k's now. I'm sitting on 100 now, probably at the same throttle, pulling up a slight incline where I'd normally be running on 90 without it. You can sort of hear now there's no pressure on the motor. Now I'm back on 90. Once I get over this hill you'll see the motor pick up and I won't even touch the throttle. There's something picking up now. Same spot that's running over 100. So it's a good test how good this finished Flyscreen is for a couple $100 Australian. When I first got one they didn't believe in the forum how good they were. But they really deliver. Once again, where I live you have to be really careful, but bloody kangaroos everywhere and you have to be a bit quiet. If I go a bit quiet you have to watch it because you haven't got much time to think if one comes out or you'll be wearing it. Party's over. This bike runs well. There it is now, hitting on the dead on 100, just touching it. I'll swing over to the left. And these ABS brakes, geez, look at that, don't they stop? You wouldn't go back to a friggin' drum, look at that, oh. I'm not used to the ABS now. I'd hate to get onto the old style drum brake. So that is when you touch the throttle, you can feel it'll pull you back. Back up to 100. Pulling uphill. Hard to believe wouldn't believe just with a Flyscreen on the front, friggin' car. You have to watch it here because a lot of people have been wiped out here. So at least I could overtake this bloke, Brendan. I'm doing 100 now. He's trying to get away. I'm doing 110. He's good motor. And very good brakes. I think we'll swing out, go to the right. Probably the next trick I'll try on this will be the electronic jet kit. It'll go well. Not as good as a power commander, but not as much trouble either. I only got the original version. It just adds fuel, takes fuel away, but doesn't take fuel, it just adds the fuel. But this thing can run around the corners without just plants itself down, give it to it. Just runs over the bed. Really nice. Right back at 290. At the moment we have heat wave conditions in Australia, so it's pretty hot. A lot of the places are 40 plus at the moment. Bushfires everywhere, so it's a pretty bad, scary place to be in. Grey jumper laying dead on the road. Go through Lucknow, the old gold mining village. Starting to rev out nice and smooth now. Have you been watching these videos and you're thinking about it being a small version of these C5? You wonder what they're like, or that? Once again, I can highly recommend them because this one I got, I reckon, is a real beauty. I wouldn't say it's crash hot in standard form, but about runs with that $100 muffler. Look at this bastard, nearly over the whole road. Well, here we are, historic gold mining town of Lucknow, probably about 50 people. Maybe not that